Aloha friends and food foresters. This is Tutu Signs at Aloha Food Forest, my little backyard home food forest. And I've recently trimmed this fennel, which you may know this if you live in lots of areas. It may be a weed near you. It's a black licorice flavored juice and flowers and seeds, and it grows like this, sort of feathery and beautifully, and you can see a lot of nature's fractal expansion, fractal patterns in the flowers and also in the way the branches grow, starting from one and branching out into many more. So every once in a while I decide that I need to trim this because it gets really tall. And so I recently trimmed these. Let's see if we could see. Sometimes I have to put my finger where I want to put the camera. Okay, so I trimmed off some of these big stalks, and then you can see how they start growing out the side right here with more new growth. So it just makes it a shorter plant. Like these were towering really high. Oh, there's a dragonfly. They were like as tall as where that dragonfly is. So I cut them off to about waist high here, and now they've grown back a little taller. And I am going to be using them for a natural grapevine trellis because I have grapes growing over here, and I just want to use this sturdy, very nice and sturdy cane down here. I mean, it's not it's breakable, but when it's all together like this, I think it will support the grapevines nicely. So I'm using this kind of as a natural grapevine trellis, and I'm also doing that with an apricot tree over here, where there was a male apricot tree that's sort of shielding the female. So I'm letting the grapevines grow up on this tree as also another kind of natural trellis. So I'm just experimenting with that and having fun playing around with that. But I like the idea of using materials from the garden. And this is another fun one. My husband made these where we put a bamboo stalk into a piece of pine wood that we received from Chip Drop. And now this is going to be part of the trellising system too. So pretty fun. And I'll show you that here's some more fennel that I trimmed. And once I trim the fennel, I get like big piles of it. I trim this stuff too. So with the big piles, and I'm gonna plant grapes on this one also. I think this is a fun experiment. But with the big piles, I mow them over, and if they don't have any seeds, I can use most of the leaves and flowering parts as mulch around the garden, and it'll add its own set of nutrients. And then I can save the stalks. If I'm not using them for a trellis, I can use these, let them dry out, and they make nice kindling for a fire. Okay, so that's some of nature's infinite abundance. And also just want to make sure that you remember to learn all the plants that are growing near you, because lots of good plants have been cultivated by people in previous generations, and the seeds are still getting planted either by birds or wind or animal poop. So there's a lot of good weeds growing all around us, and that is really good news. So, and also the trees are, they are so great because they last forever and propagate. They make the weather better. They're just so nice to have on hand. So planting trees is the next job you do after you learn all your natural weeds. So wishing you great luck with your food forest, and let's spread a little aloha around the world, around all the wildlife, the plants, and we can make this world such a beautiful paradise again. Okay, aloha.